one of the highlights of the film is when you introduce X-23, Blade, Elektra, and Gambit. One of the things about that, though, is how early on did you know it was going to be those four characters? Or was that one of those things early on where you're debating who can we get that can actually be in this movie for more than a few days? You know what I mean? Like, just talk about
Yeah,
why
no,
those.
honestly, Steve, we knew early because we knew that it wanted to be characters that fed into this idea of legacy. And so immediately early on, we arrived at Elektra, we arrived at X-23 and Blade. And then this notion of cutting against that grain with this character who never got a beginning, while others are aspiring to an ending. So we knew pretty early on it was not based on availability, it was based on story. And this is remarkable. Those four actors came to England a week early to learn and rehearse their choreography. And then the day before they were supposed to shoot, the actor strike shut down the movie. They all flew back from Europe, back to the States, and then came back again months later in the dead of winter and showed up and delivered.
I
And there
fucking
was
died
just,
though. Like
yeah,
I don't recall being that bummed out. I understood why we had to strike and, totally supported it. But like, oh, I was sure we were never going to ever see them again or get them back. They were perfect. And it was a lot of people, really just the criteria for that casting and why we thought of them was they were folks who just didn't have a third act. For me, there was a real personal connection to Wesley and Blade. And, I believe that without Blade and what he did, I think in 1998, I think that movie was, I don't know that there's a Fox X universe. I don't know that there's an MCU, I mean, I don't think people acknowledge how pivotal Wesley Snipes' role as Blade is in the sort of overarching cinematic comic book world that we all see that is so, imbued in every aspect of film culture at the moment. And so that was a big one, and then of course, Jen Garner's Elektra, who just, again, didn't really ever get her just desserts in that regard. And Channing was just a dream. And then Dafne was like, to get Dafne in there too is just like
that was early. That was, I'm remembering now, adding Laura into the movie was an early decision by us as a screenwriting team. And that predated all the cameos. We knew that the idea that Laura knows Logan, but this Logan doesn't know who she is, and that would in many ways be the soul of the movie, that we knew had something magic that it could unlock.